Hello everyone and welcome to another upgrade node slash network video. We had a new network spun up yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, and that's Mainnet Candidate 4. This is supposed to be the last testnet before the launch, and with that there was a new release, well, not a release yet, but a new version of Cardano-node 1.18. So in this video, we're going to upgrade the node and we're going to register a pool on the mainnet candidate network, mainnet candidate number 4. So yeah, basically we're going to do it in 8 steps, I think. So number 1, we're going to update CNTools. Number 2, we're going to get the mainnet candidate 4 configuration files. 3, we're going to upgrade Cardano-node to 1.18. 4, we're going to edit our topologies a little bit, so to account for our producer later on. 5, we're going to start a relay node, start syncing with the network. 6, request some funds. For this network there's a faucet, but you have to have an API key to use it. So I don't have an API key. You probably don't have an API key, but the pioneers have API keys. So that means we're going to have to ask them for some funds, which is okay, as we did that in one of the earlier videos. And once we get the funds, I think that's funds is step 7. So step 8 is, funds is step 6. Step 7 is register our stake pool. Step 8 is start the producer node. And that's the basics for setting up the stake pool. Yeah, so let's get started with number 1, which is building updating CNTools. So I've written the steps down here, and I'll go into my server, and you may notice that I increased the font size so you can see better. You're welcome. And first thing is update CNTools. So the best way to do this, well, first of all, these are my nodes from mainnet candidate 3. I'm gonna stop those. So I just Control C, cancel the process, and type the reset to clear that. So clear the nodes. Let's get rid of our logs and databases. Let's see what's in the files. Yeah, we might as well get rid of the files too. But I don't know, just leave. It doesn't matter. You can delete them if you want. But you do need to delete the database 1, and logs. Great. So now we can go into our root folder where we have the TMP, and that's where our prerequisite script usually is. So we can just make sure we get the latest one using the CNTools documentation. Just copy paste that, chmod, and we can now run that. It's gonna download the files for us and all that. So I think it's set up to it's set up for mainnet candidate 4. Okay, so we don't need step number 2, actually not needed. We'll just check the files directory to make sure we got the mainnet candidate 4 files once this is done. And what's next on the list? Then we need to upgrade the node. Okay, prerequisites are done. So we go into our CNode home, ls, it's ls files. Okay, so I have this thing left over here. This is from mainnet Candidate 3. This is what I created. The rest is fine. So if we inspect topology, did I type something wrong? Oh, I'm not in the folder. Okay, nano files topology. So you see relays mainnet Candidate 4. So obviously the files have downloaded. All right. So actually the MC3 producer what I was trying to say is the MC3 producer topology is so generic actually because it's what I created for the MC3 testnet, but it's a producer topology, so it just has my own IP, which doesn't change right now. So we don't have to delete it and make a new one. It's going to be the same. So I'm just gonna rename it to MC3 producer. So if I use move and rename it to producer topology, then I just rename it to producer topology to get rid of the MC3. And yeah, so that's it. We got the files. Now it's time to upgrade to the Cardano-node. So let's do that. We're going to go to our root folder, and in here we have git, and in git we have Cardano-node. And in Cardano-node is where we're going to check out to 1.18.0, fetch the tags to make sure you have 1.18.0. I already fetched them, so it's not gonna be anything new here. But okay, we're in 1.18.0, and now we just have to use Cabal to install that. So we'll do a Cabal clean first, and then we'll use the Cabal build all script from CNTools. I'll just add this to Notepad. I just realized I forgot. So this, and then we run Cabal build all. And again, it's gonna take some time. So yeah, I'm gonna switch off for a bit while it's doing that, and then I'll get back once it's done. Okay, that looks done. So now let's edit our topologies a little bit. We'll go into our Cardano-node home folder, and here we have in the files reference of topology. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove this thing. We don't need that here. So let's go into files and let's producer topology. So it's connecting to our relay on port 6000, which is yeah, let's leave it like that. So the topology, this is for the relay, so we'll need to add our block producer here. Not better do it now than later. Yeah, I don't know why I'm typing this, just copied it. So we'll need our IP, and we'll need to specify which port we're going to run the producer on. So let's say 6001, since we're running the relay on 6000. Valency will be 1, we have one producer, and here we need our IP address, which we can get from, I'll get it here from PuTTY. And yeah, that seems to be it for, so this is the relay topology connecting to the producer on 6001. So I'll just make a note here, relay is going to be port 6000, producer port 6001, and let's save that. So that's it for the topologies. Our producer topology is already set up. It's pointing to port 6000, which is correct, and the IP is correct, so that's all done. The next step is to start our relay and see if everything's working. So if we did everything correctly, then we can now start our relay node. And if we go into the scripts folder, we'll see a new script, CNodeSH. So we can inspect what that does, and you see it basically just starts our relay node. And let's just check port 6000. Port 6000 is the way we configured it in the topologies as well. So yeah, I'm not sure whether you have to. I think you have to use it to have CNTools working because of some stuff with the logs. I didn't look into it that much, but it's convenient to have the node start in a script anyway. So let's use that. And I'll go to my multiplexer session from before, and I'm just going to reset it one more time. I don't know if you know, if the scripts are okay and everything. So let's like go to where's my files. Oh, I wanted to ls. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's all there. Main candidate 4, so the files are updated. Just making sure for that, and then from scripts we can run cnode.sh, and there we go. We are syncing now. Let's just check, you know, it shouldn't go too far with the syncing. That would indicate we're on the wrong network because mainnet candidate 4 just started, so maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 epochs or something like that. Okay, maybe more, but it looks okay. And I mean, we are connected to the correct peers, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So on the left side we'll start our producer, but before we do that, we need to register our pool. So back in the regular terminal, let's clear this. We're in the script, so let's try running CNTools.sh. We're gonna see the what's new, and that's fine. We press Q to get out of there. We see node sync is good. CNTools is 5.1.6, that's the latest one, so everything looks good. Oh, did we didn't delete our wallet stuff, which is fine. So just keep in mind this Kobe 1 is from Mainnet Candidate 3, so it's actually going to show 0 ADA, even though I had some in there, but never mind, let's leave that alone, or we can even remove it. Yeah, delete it and pool. I had a garden pool there, which I retired for the Mainnet Candidate 3 as I won't be using it anymore. So let's just check what's gonna happen, because I didn't delete that folder with the pools, the private pools directory. Yeah, so there's garden pool and it's not registered because it's a different network. So I don't know, can we remove it? Maybe modify. No, stop. Okay, we have to wait. I guess I close Putty and reopen it, but let's just wait a little bit. See, this is a lesson for you. Don't repeat my mistakes. Just remove your pools and wallets from the previous network. So we can't delete it this way, but we can definitely delete it this way. So we remove garden and we go back. Delegate counter, I think we remove that too because it's associated with the other pool, with the garden pool that from Mainnet Candidate 3. So I think that's fine now. Go into scripts, run CNTools again, and let's create a wallet. And name of the wallet is going to be, call it garden. We have our address, which is good. And so we're gonna, so start relay is using scripts cnode.sh. And this is the way I configure ports. You can of course edit the cnode.sh and just edit the port to, you know, like 3000 like we used before or whatever you want. I just left it like this because it doesn't matter. So yeah, let's we got our address now. Let's request some funds from the kind people in the Telegram, and then we can use those funds to register our stake pool. So I just asked in the Telegram group, you know, could anyone send some ADA? This is the address, and Maricus is already sending it. So thank you, Maricus. I also asked my friend Homer J, who always sends me funds. Thank you, Homer J, even though you are obviously away from the computer at the moment. So yeah, let's wait for those to get here. We can check our wallet. Maybe something's already there. Yeah, there we go, 1000 ADA. So let's just say thank you. And that's it. That's requesting the funds. So now we can register our pool. And we know how to do that. With CNTools, it's so easy. We just go to pool, new, I'm gonna call it garden. There we go. We have our public key ID. So this is kind of what we got here. And now to register it, we're gonna have to enter some parameters. and then we're going to start our producer. There we go. Hit enter. Pledge. So we got 1K. So we can pledge 900. Margin. I'm gonna put 3%. The minimum cost 340. So let's use that. And the pool meta is going to be on my website. pool.com/poolmeta.json. Use existing data. Well, yeah. So we got what's in the meta. The ticker and the description is pretty much it. So let's register our relay with the IP. So we'll get the IP from PuTTY again. Enter that. Relays port 6000. Add more relays. No. Pledge wallet garden. Wallet not registered. Okay, continue. So it's going to register both the wallet and the pool. And now we just wait for a block to be created to get that done. Block has been created. And we're going to wait for another block. Shouldn't be too long. And there's another one, and there's our pool registered. And here are, as usual, our additional arguments with the CAS VRF and the operational certificate, which we need to run with the producer node to make sure we can actually assign blocks. And that's it. Now we just have to start the producer. Everything else should be done. So let's do that. So we can quit here, and oh yeah, so as I said, we have the CNode script to run the relay, so why not have another script for the producer? So CNode producer, let's see what we got here. So this is how I edited it from the Mainnet Candidate 3, and so yeah, basically I just edited here the topology. I put database to database 1 instead of the default database. I added a socket 1, so it's a different socket from the relay. Port was 3000. Okay, now it's going to be 6001. The pool is going to run on 6001. And so you'll notice that I removed the logs thing because I don't think we need it for the producer. That and the keys, the pool keys and stuff is going to stay the same because we called it garden, and I called it garden in the MC3 as well. So all the paths are the same. And so the topology, we renamed it, if you remember. So I think it's producer topology. So I will save this as it is. And I'm just gonna check. Yeah, it's called producer topology. And if we just make sure one more time, it connects to 6000 and it runs on 6001. So with that being said, do we have the C node producer here? And is it configured correctly? Yes, it is. So let's run that. And there we go. It's connecting to our relay, syncing from there. So I think it's all working as it should. Now, for mainnet Candidate 4, I don't think there's a wallet yet. I think there's there's some binaries for it, but it's not been compiled nicely, so I'm not going to go into that now. But I mean, we'll see it soon, and I'll post an update if it comes up. So you could use that to find your pool in the Daedalus interface, and maybe even restore funds from the snapshot and delegate that to your pool. And yeah, that's it. That's mainnet Candidate 4 covered. So I hope you enjoy that, and good luck setting up, and see you soon. The launch is supposed to be in 3 days, so yeah, let's see how things go. See you next time.